It's about to go down today. Fellas, ooh. Rock music starting ready to roll. This over. Let this chat. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at all these legends in chat already. Brian, Saffron, Fred, Randy, Small Spain, K-Dog. Look at all these legends. Brian says maybe an hour left to go until I'm home kicking it. Nice. Sounds like an hour left of work, I believe. Nice, nice. Fellas in the house. Yeah, yeah. So what do we got? Ooh, I don't know if I can do. Let's see. Some of this stuff, because I've never really rocked a Zerker. City of the Damned Zerker. Is that a thing? Are any champions around here? I mean, technically you can do it, right? Post-optimal maybe, but running terror zones like this, kind of pointless to be perfectly honest, huh? If you're not killing all the monsters to like get experience and whatnot. I was just thinking about it for S&Gs, but Fred said streamed it twice yesterday, died a lot. I seen right when you had got on, but I was kind of like just starting up doing something, so I couldn't really hang or whatever. Died a lot. I seen you were playing Division, the game that Karen plays all the time, right? Still coming in clutch with the stream to get you through work. Fear Production says. Nice. Yeah, hopefully you have a good time hanging on the stream with me. Goes in like a good stream getting you through the workday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oop. Nick comes in with the fellas. Yeah, love to hear it. Fellas for all the fellas in the chat. Liz Biggie, welcome in, all you legends. There's some champs for me. Oh, Grimal, right off the bat, let's go. That's a sign of good things to come, fellas. That's a sign of good things. Haha. T-Dub, welcome over on Twitch. Welcome in. Oopsie. Have my macro set up instantly bad. You say it's pretty fun, you say, Fred? Yeah, it looks interesting. Lot for an old man like me to learn. If I was gonna jump into a new game like that. Undead Arrow said he wishes the MF buff was permanent. Do you wish there was just like higher drop odds for everything, essentially? Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, so. Fine with it being how it is, I should say. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Single player Holy Grail. Not a particularly useful item, but so rare. Never found materials in my entire life. Until today, when I'm about to find it later. You just like seeing over 700 magic find? Well, this is offline and I don't have a magic find buff. And I have 700 magic find, so depends what character you rock. Where are the champions at? But yeah, I'm sure you're talking just like a standard sorceress. Hey. On you rocking issue people. Fear said it was legendary, knocked a ton of items off his grail with that extra 250, he says. Well, really, and I mean, most people probably are kind of aware of this. To be perfectly honest, the difference between, let's say you're adding 250 magic find. If you have 350 and you add another 250 to it, you're really only getting like an extra 5% better chance of finding, you know, an item, you know, like a magic item. A better chance of finding that legendary or that unique or rare or whatever. Whole diminishing returns and whatnot. But it's one of those situations, if you can get it without sacrificing any kill speed, why not? Am I right? Yep. Your production says still no Shaco. Ouch, that's unfortunate. Welcome in, Graph. Wicked Ball. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh no, Graph lost his hardcore ladder barb yesterday. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry to hear that. That's the pain part of hardcore. Am I right? Man, hardcore. Don't know about that. Pains me just hearing other people have things like that happen to them, let alone if it happened to me. Picked up a Haas today on single player, Cody B says. Nice. Good one to get, good one to knock off. Very solid item as well. Haas is definitely cool too, because yeah, it's not like, you know, it's not like finding a Templar's Might or something, you know. A Haas you're like, you actually put to solid use. You can anyways. Optimal range 250 to 200, 250. I mean, I think the whole quote-unquote optimal range thing is a little bit, I don't know if you call it overblown. I think it's very dependent on what type of build you got. Because if you're doing a pit zerker like this, 200 to 250 magic find would be like an absolute like dog crap pit zerker, in my opinion. But then if you're rocking like a Nova Sortress, 200, 250 is like, that's awesome. You know, it's just a different play style. You're kind of hunting for different things. So I would say if disregard what type of build you're playing. If you have over 200 magic find, you're probably going to be fine as long as you're killing what you're trying to kill quickly. See, like, I'm one-shotting the champions that I'm going after, so like I don't really need it to do any more about kill speed. So yeah, it's very build dependent. Okay, ooh, 22 to max stamina. Man, I wish those had, if that was 30-10, yeah, it's close. It's got some stuff on there, but it's not mixed around in the right way. It's not a bad one right there. Good luck on the materials, Marty. Appreciate you. Good luck on the materials, I hope, for sure. Gotta be, look at these champions all hiding at. Ah, there's one. They're being very sneaky. Legendary mallet. We'll ID it just go. On a John and Malin Chaos yesterday says Wicked Ball. Boy, yeah, any day you get it like a jaw or burr or anything, that's a good day. Tossing a Malin on top of it. Congrats on that. Hardcore Naked Druid return. It crossed my mind of just one day, just randomly popping in on that. Like one day that I had like 4 hours of stream, see how far I could get on it. And I was thinking about when I hopped back over to that character of like switching the build to like essentially a summon druid. Thinking about it. Is that a grief? Yes, it is a grief. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, in front up here a minute ago underneath the 200 to 250 comment says, yeah, the first 100 to 200 is super important. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the first couple, the first 100 for sure, like especially early on. Super nasty. And more end game, you should try to push it to 200. After that, you go as high as you can, right? Jonathan says, what up, Slayers? What's up? What's up? Where are you? There's one, finally. Like I'm wasting my time down here. What? I didn't one-shot him. That's offensive. Yeah, this isn't even a good grief either. It's like a 360 grief or something. Oh, I didn't drop. Let me hop back to town real quick. I keep forgetting to drop my gold off. I'm gonna have to gamble here in a little bit. I'm gonna have to jamble here in a little bit. Max said he thinks, kind of joking here, said there's a max or a hidden number that's perfect. A hidden magic find number. Yeah, I heard there's actually 2 different magic find numbers that are like the perfect amount. Where you'll find the best good stuff. The first one is actually having 420 magic find is a very good amount to have. And I also heard that it actually having 69 magic find is also good luck. Allegedly. This is just what I heard. But I think it's science though, so if it's science, Rondacious, welcome in, yo. Happy slaying. Ooh. Love to hear. Appreciate you. Benji Bones. I always go with resurrected Phase Blade for grief. I always go with grief. Really, the only reason I heard that it was faster attack speed, so I was like, fine. Everyone else does grief in a Phase Blade, so I was like, fine. There probably won't be a huge difference between either one. Most of the times when people say like technically this is the best base and stuff, but then when you do it in the other bases, you're like, I can't tell any difference at all when I play the game. So each their own though. That's like the people that are like, ooh, 16 meditation insight, re-roll it. I'm like, why would I even waste my time? I would never notice a difference. And they're like, what? If I have anything under 17 med, I can't even play it. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Though it could be just a personal preference thing for that kind of stuff too, huh? So, also, speaking of sad news, fantasy football-wise, looks like I'm for sure going to lose in the first round of my keeper league. I freaking had James Cook in, got me 46 points, and I'm still gonna lose. And the guy played the LA Chargers defense. He got -5 from him, and I'm still gonna lose. Bijan Robinson got freaking Arthur Smith again. Gosh dang it. 0.4 points from Bijan Robinson. And then I played Dalton Kincaid, and because James Cook got all the points, he got 0. He had no catches. Oh well, what you gonna do, huh? Ooh, Max, good call. Now when he said, if anything, maybe 666 Magic Find would be the perfect amount, right? Undead Arrow, he can confirm 420 Magic Find is the hotspot. Can confirm. That's funny. Sleepy Joe says, been working a lot, but watch the VODs. Nice, nice. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks for for throwing those bad boys up. Yeah. Appreciate it. That's awesome that people check out the streams later and everything. Kind of a big help to the channel a little bit too. I mean, I do have ads on those things, so they help me out, keep the channel going, keep the channel alive. So appreciate you watching them. The Dallas game yesterday was sickening, says Undead Arrow. Well, I guess if you're a Dallas fan. What? There we go. I was like, do I have my suicide branch out? Yeah, Sleepy Joe says both LA teams cursed this year, right? From Burgess, hello from Sweden. Was showing my girlfriend D4 and she said nothing beats D2. What a, I mean, why is she your girlfriend? I'm confused right here. Why is this lady your girlfriend? Why are you not married to her yet? What's going on here? She said D2's the greatest and you're not married yet. What's going on? You're letting a prime opportunity slip through your fingers, my man. Do you think the soul dance? Oh, Sonamer over on Twitch. I've never done that thing before, that whole Easter egg or whatever. Yeah, where they give you, is it infinite magic find or something? I don't remember what it gives you for that Easter egg or whatever. I've never personally done that though, so. Saw your build video. I like the IES item to reach 42 breakpoint with the phase blade, says Gorilla. Gotcha. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really breakpoints for cast FCR. Don't say castrate. People cringe when you do that. For FCR, I pay attention to, but to be honest, like IES breakpoints, I don't even worry about usually. I feel like it's not nearly the same, in my just humble opinion. Not to mention they're like impossible to remember, so you'd have to look them up every time, and that's real annoying. But yeah, that's just me. I know other people are a lot more min-maxy than I am. Archon plate dropped. Oh, I must have just looked past it if it was a rune word base or something. Definitely possible. Ever consider doing online grail? Well, I'm definitely probably not gonna do another holy grail after this one, so not really, no. And I mean, to be honest, at this point I have one item left. I feel like you do an entire grail, get to the end, and you're like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just not do this the same way I've been doing it for the other, 650 items. We'll just change it now. I mean, I'm gonna find materials today, so it's not a big deal. I'll play online again. Do they buff Oradin? I'd say probably not. I'm not a big fan of changes in general anyways, right? So Ron Dish said every single day if he misses one, he checks out the VOD, the past live stream. Because you're a legend, Ron Dish. Legend. But did you think that's bad? I was virtually tied with my opponent, had one Debo. I had Diggs, Ayuk, Logan, and Tucker. You lost. Well, that's because Debo's a beast. That's what kind of stinks though. Like, I'm in this 3-person keeper league. I have Debo, right? Man, I'm gonna be in a, and I got time. I don't know who I'm gonna keep. Like, obviously, you have a lot of time, and there's things might even change. But I drafted Debo #1 overall last year. Am I gonna keep Debo next year? Because then that means I'll have to not keep James Cook, who just put up 46 points last night, or I'll have to let Isaiah Pacheco go, or I'm gonna have to let Deebo Samuel go. So I pretty much have those 4. So Bijan Robinson, Pacheco, James Cook, Deebo Samuel. Those are pretty much the people I would be deciding between keepers. I can only keep 3, so I'm in a, you know, am I really gonna just not keep my #1 overall pick last year? Like, boy, that's a rough one. And I already traded away the person last year. I had 2 first-round picks. I already traded away like the person I drafted at 6 overall, because Devontae Adams was struggling all season, and he just turned 32. You know, who knows what's going on with that team? Who knows what's, you know? So I got him out. Real rough. Let Pacheco go. Yeah, it's hard to say because he's been good. I mean, the thing is I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know the contract situation. Maybe Fred's a KC guy. Maybe he would know. McKinnon's like 32 years old or something. Like, he might be, I don't know the contract situation, but if his contract's up, he might be gone. I feel like, I don't know, maybe, why do I feel like I heard he just signed an extension or something stupid? I don't even remember, but that he said he's a Bills fan. Yeah, so you had a good, that was that last night or the night before? These whole Saturday games really blowing my mind. Trying to keep it up. Re-signed 1 year, I think. Well, that'd be great. Then they could let him go after this one. Pacheco going crazy. The thing is, too, in this league, it's so hard to find wide receivers. Like, running backs are almost easier to get off the waiver wire than whatchamacallit. Cook's good, but RBs are easy to come by. Apparently. Yeah, I feel like I got to keep Deebo because, yeah, in this league, it's a league where you start 3 wide receivers too. So, but all my best players are running backs. So next year I need to do a little bit of a different strategy in the draft and everything. I thought Devontae Adams would be more of a lock this year than he was. You know, so it is what it is. The Bills still exist. They went ham bone the other day. They won by a bunch. So Randy Pyramendo said last week he farmed a few million gold. Family drama prevented me from playing, so now I have this gold and wait till the next vendor discount session. Well, really, the thing about the vendor discount thing, if you just make an edge bow and have a Geats, you can sell the items back to the vendor for more than what you paid for them. So you don't need to even save gold for it. You just need to get enough gold to buy one item, and then you have unlimited gold forever. That's the way it was the other times before, unless they changed the amount that the vendor price was changed this time. Unribbon said with Jimmy G at quarterback. I thought that Devontae Adams was going to be as good this year as he was the year before, and I was like, is Jimmy G or whatever they end up doing at quarterback going to be even worse than Jimmy G was, you know, than the Raiders were last year? Like, I didn't think they would be that much worse. Like, I thought they'd be the same or better, and then you know how the middle of the season for Devontae Adams went. It was like 8 points, 6 points, 4 points, 9 points, 7 points. I'm like, bruh, you know what I mean? Scott, yo, welcome in, welcome in. Justin said he thinks it's time for Dak to retire. Yeah, right. It's about time for Dak to sign a $70 million a year contract, I think. Not that I think that he should get it, but I'm saying that's what's going to happen. Nick says his strategy is keep good wide receivers and kind of gamble on low tier running backs. Wait for a good starter to get hurt. Yes, that's more of what I need to do. So next year, and I kind of tried this year. I mean, I didn't even get. I just thought Devontae Adams would be better. I put a lot into thinking Devontae Adams was going to be better, I guess. And I mean, in a keeper league, like a rookie running back who was just drafted like 5th overall or something, like I thought it was like such a surefire thing, you know, like everybody did. Like when we drafted, everyone's like, "Oh man, you lucky dog, you got first pick this year," and blah blah blah. But unfortunately, Bijan got Arthur Smith. You know, he has a severe case of the Arthur Smiths. So hopefully he gets fired this offseason. Is like my only hope. But I mean, you got to keep Bijan, right? I mean. Right, guys? You have to keep your #1 overall pick in a keeper league, Bijan Robinson, at least one more year, right? Like, I don't even know, because maybe I shouldn't even keep him, because I'll probably be able to draft him. Boy, if Tyler Algier is still there, which he's probably gonna be, Cordell Patterson's still there, and Arthur Smith, I might just have to not keep Bijan, to be perfectly honest. I might just have to let him go and then just draft him if I really want him again, because it's painful just talking about it. Painful talking about it. Oh, Scott up here a minute ago said happy Monday. Yeah. Unriven said only coach that can ruin 2 generational talents. Yeah, I'm sure you're talking like Kyle Pitts and Bijan, or man, really, and Drake London's pretty good too. It's crazy. It's crazy how bad Arthur Smith is at his job. Like, their defense isn't bad either. They could honestly, like, in the division that they're in, I think I was talking about this on stream the other day, and some people said, oh, no, that was in the people in my league. I was like, how is Arthur Smith still have a job? He's so bad. And then someone's like, because of his division. I was like, that is true. Arthur effing Smith. Yeah, I know some of y'all international people aren't too keen on NFL, but this is NFL talk. So appreciate y'all hanging out, though. Even if you're not into NFL stuff. Don't want to bore the international audience, right? You still on the MF boost, question mark? No. Nope. This is offline single player. Cindy, so I just have 700 magic find on this character. That's just how I built it. Sleepy Joe says, yeah, fantasy can be painful as hell sometimes. You ain't kidding. There's an aura. Oh, there he is. I was like, I see the aura, but I don't see the bruh. Don't see the Monstar. Just 700. Yeah, that's it. Got this. Yeah, international and the geek audience. Guess that's true. Fred said he's hoping that the Chiefs can get Higgins or something. I don't know the contract situation, but yeah, Higgins is pretty good, you know. I don't know what exactly is going on with Cincy, but Street Surf Shop, what's going on? Yo. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna have a good one over here. Off topic, me and some guys at work, says Joe Alivo, had a convo. What's the dumbest thing you've done to impress a girl? Boy, I don't know. I've never done anything dumb before, so I'm not really I don't really know what to answer that. I mean, I've done super sweet stuff. I was like, hey lady, you want to see my Magic the Gathering deck? So I just do super cool stuff like that. I mean, I've never done anything dumb. So yeah, I don't know. T. Higgins or Mike Evans. Yeah, I wonder. Let's see. Evans is pretty old. How old? I wonder if Godwin. I don't know their contract situation. That's going to be a big part of obviously who would go where, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, really, you would think they should be able to. I mean, Ray Rice is looking pretty solid, to be honest. But they definitely need another person. Usually, wide receivers you get through the draft a lot, huh? Am I completely full of gold again already? What's going on here? You feel like they should be able to get another guy through the draft. Grilla, MTG. Who? What do those letters stand for? I don't know what NFL player you're speaking of. Grilla. Oh, I can't remember that. MTG. Would you ever do Last Wish for your barb? Oh, Magic the Gathering. I thought we were talking about. I got confused on the other topic. I'm like, what player's initials are MTG? Magic the Gathering. Okay, there you go. Oopsie, I got distracted. Nice. You play Magic the Gathering? I did when I was like younger. You know, like I would say like high school. It was kind of one of them things. For whatever reason in high school, we just had this thing where once, like every other week or every other month or something, we just started like bringing in old stuff that we used to do when we were younger. And I actually didn't do Magic the Gathering. I didn't like when it first came out, but a lot of the people I knew did. And they brought in their Magic cards, and I was like, I don't even have them. And they're like, hey, just use some of mine. And we started playing. I was like, wait a second, this dorky shit's awesome. This is awesome. This is sick. I need to get some Magic cards. So yeah, when I was like, like 2002, we were like playing in school and stuff. But that was only for like a year or two that we like played off and on and this and that. So not like a hardcore player or anything like that. Ralrune, oh! Put up here a minute ago, yeah. Promo Quinn asked, would I last wish for my barb? I've never done that. I feel like Last Wish compared to Grief, like the price proposition relative to like power and whatnot is just so skewed in the favor of Grief that I just never do Last Wish. Because what, Last Wish, you need what, 3 Jaws? Like, bro. Oh wait, I was gonna go to town and drop my gold off, and I think I went to town, bought a new scroll of Town Portal because I just used the one I used to get there, and then came back and didn't drop my gold off. This guy feels so smart. Chiefs need at least 1 good wide receiver from free agency and then draft at least 2 off in the first 3 rounds. I mean, I don't know if they need that many. I'm not an NFL professional executive, but I mean, they got like Rashid Rice. Rashid Rice is already pretty good. The other people are all pretty meh, right? But I guess I don't know all of Kansas City's needs. But yeah. I mean, who doesn't need more offensive and defensive linemen, though? Am I right? The one thing I do know is they're set at running back, so they got their 7th round beast. They probably need to draft a tight end here pretty soon, huh? Unless they're sticking with who's their... They got some backups that they use somewhat, right? So maybe some of them are serviceable and they're willing to stick with. I forget their names now, but Mystic Grand Charm. I would never, Dom. I'll go back and check it. I didn't drop my gold off again. I'm so smart. So smart. I gotta go to town. You made me go back for a 6 poison damage Grand Charm? Bro. I'm just joking. Two-handed Colossus Blade Brief a thing? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, someone's probably done it, but... Rip, yeah. Yesterday, tried the macro, make next game on the Razor. It's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Cool. Glad you use it. Yeah, it's such a time saver, and for me too. Besides just saving the time, saving the wear and tear on like my wrist and my fingers. Just I'm streaming and then video editing and just on the computer nonstop. It's such a huge help. Just saving like just a few extra clicks. You know what I mean? And not to mention, boy, nothing's more painful than you're like running lower Kuros, and then you're like 470 runs in, and your hands like, you're just like going through the motions, and all of a sudden you click Nightmare on accident, and you're like, ah, no! Just reset the perfect LK map. Oof. Struggle's real, fellas. The struggle's real. Appreciate you, YouTube. Thank you guys for hitting the like button for me as well. Just want to shout that out there. Matt Javs, be the ones next time. My Emilio got him. Oh, check this out, by the way. Look at this, guys. Beautiful thing. My Emilio is a literal Emilio this time, not the fake kind. Oh, a Geed's Grand Charm. Let's go. Boom. 112.37. Not terrible. Not terrible. It might be pretty close to the one I'm rocking, actually. Completely remove the N key from your keyboard. Nice. Oh, 112.37. So this one's 15.38. I mean, it's not much different, but I actually have so many Geeds that it's like 3 sockets, only 2. Great Marsh Terror Zone session coming up soon. Boy, probably not. Great Marsh, huh? Just the Soul's Sanctuary. Fun. Salesman said he's always been a Wahid mercenary kind of guy. Yeah, I feel like Emilio's just where it's at, right? I don't really pick and choose that much, but I mean, when it pops up and you see Emilio, you're just like, oh man. Whew. Sore from the gym today. You're proud of me, Fred, right? I went to the gym again today. Ooh. Casa asked, "What's a perfect Griffin score?" Go for. I'm not really a value stuff kind of guy. If I was to tell you what it was worth, I would go on Tradery right now and I would look it up, and or I'd go on JSP and look up how much somebody traded for it right now, and that's how I'd figure it out. Because the value of stuff, especially on ladder, always is shifting around anyways. So. Joe said he named his son Emilio. Nice. Now, did you name your son after Emilio on D2? The new contest Blizzards have. No, I'm joking. That would be legendary. Gold Magic finds this like number 106. Catch ya on the replay. Appreciate you. What a legend. Hopping in, just hit the like button. Catching the stream later. Hello, future Gold Magic find, you legend. Ooh. Chiefs need to lock up Sneed, you say, huh? Ghost Glaives, Wraithblight. All right, 185. You ever you gotta make one of the melee throw barb type of stuff. That's where that one would be used for. Semi-rare one. So Fred, you say trade Jones to a team like Washington, have tons of room and draft picks. Didn't Washington just trade away all of their defensive play? Well, a couple, I should say, of their best defensive players. You'd think they wouldn't really be in the market to trade for a high-priced defensive player. I would think. Joe said, "Is you talking about your wife named your son Emilio, and you instantly thought Night at the Roxbury's and D2, right?" Yeah, I mean a lot of people would too. Definitely for me, D2 would be the first thing that popped into my mind. That's correct. One of those runs. There was one. Like one of those runs where I just can't find the champion. They just did that, and that's why they have space. Talking about the Washington team. Yeah, I do get that they have the space. I guess I didn't really know exactly why they had dumped their best defenders. I assumed it was kind of because they were going to need, you know, they didn't want to pay the contracts for them. So I would think they wouldn't want to pick up somebody they'd have to give a huge contract to, kind of the similar situation. But who knows about NFL GMs, am I right? Or any of the salary cap shenanigans that they can do. What to have for lunch, Phil? Oh, I mean, geez, there's so many options. I don't know. Some celery, maybe? Baked okra. There's my suggestion. Celery and water, yep. Do it. No. All right, next game. They got Eric B enemy, so they have an ear. An ear as in like somebody you think's intelligent that would help them what to do. Maybe, could be. I know he was a good offensive mind. Came from what? From Kansas City there. So, right? He was the offensive play caller before he went to Washington, right? So, yeah. GDP. You have to kill Andy with the magic find weapons on that side in order for the magic find to apply. But like, let's say you drop a firewall under her. I'm pretty sure you can drop a firewall under her, and as long as she dies while you have the weapons with the magic find equipped, that magic find like applies to the kill or whatever, or to the drops. I think it works that way for like Hydra and stuff, for like if monsters are poisoned. Oh man, there they are, lady. Andy Reid calls plays. Well, he does this year, but I thought like in years past before Eric B went to Washington, I thought he was calling the plays. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Walk right over Shaco's. Well, that was a rare Shaco that dropped a minute ago. That wasn't a unique one. I would have made a bigger stank if it was a Shaco. If it was like a unique Shaco. Too good for green hats now. Yeah, I mean, if it was even a Shaco, I would have stopped, picked it up, and looked at it real quick. But I mean, yeah, I've probably found over 20 Shacos on single player, so they're like a little hype. It's always cool finding a Shaco for sure. Interesting build and play you got going here. Yeah, I'm just searching for one particular item, and you can only find it from these one particular monsters of a certain level in certain areas. So yeah. Runic Talon. Don't think that can get the good stuff on it that I want. Can't remember for sure. What? Why do I keep missing? Oh, that little pack there did not go expertly. Maybe Runic Talons can. Wait, where'd they go? I can never remember. I know certain bases can get good stuff. Can get the right skills, other ones can't, so. Pressure. Yeah, Scott talking about Shakos. He's like, yeah, they're definitely not as exciting as finding Lem runes. Definitely not. Nothing's more hype than a Lem rune drop. Now, fellas, y'all know that. Lem runes and Ogre items. The ultimate hype drops. Ultimate. Hello from Poland. Gratificant. Welcome in from Poland. Brian off work. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Over a year, still haven't found a Shaco. Flying Ninja says. Unfortunate. Guess you just gotta keep plugging away, you know, if you're farming in the right areas and stuff. It's unfortunate, but why don't I play Xmod? Why don't I play Project Diablo 2 S? Go knows. I completely switched my channel to Project Diablo 2 for the first couple of seasons, but they made the game worse every season than it was before, so then I stopped playing. It's pretty much and of course I'm giving you my opinion. So just so I know people disagree with that opinion, but I think that every season they made the game worse than they did than it was the season before, and so I stopped playing it and I switched back to regular Diablo 2 back in the day when Project Diablo 2 first came out. What's your favorite item to find not counting runes? Favorite item to find? I don't know. I never really thought about it. Griffins, I guess? Just because it's so useful. So I guess I'd go with that, but yeah, I've never really thought about that in particular. Fave item would be the SOJ. I mean, I guess that one's kind of up there, right? Because that one is so useful for sure. Run over there. Galback says time for a coffee break. Nice. What's up, Galback? I've already had enough coffee personally, but about coffeeed out. Yeah, Galback's here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. She's gonna come after you. Did I see Iron Golem kill Ubers? No, I didn't really see that. Stony Field, huh? How's the Stony Field look? Ah, they're too high a level. I keep missing. We'll do one. Whatever. We'll do the Stony Field here. But because they're of their high level, I kind of keep missing, and it takes like 5 hits. and I missed, so. This build is made for one specific purpose with one particular set of skills. Taking out incredibly weak monsters. With a ton of magic fun. Any champions around here? Nope. Big waste of time? Could be. We'll do one more after this. Fierce might have to get him some coffee soon. Wicked Ball over on Twitch says the first thing he does before he goes over to Twitch is hop on YouTube and hit the like button real quick on the stream. What a legend. That's what I'm talking about. Actually, let me go do this again. Whatever. We'll do this. No champion on there. Waste of time. Just a little switch up for a run or two here. Why not? Oh, BTH Dreamer coming in with a $10 super chat. Ooh. Thank you so much. You legendary slayer. Ooh, thank you. $10. Yeah. Love the content. Keep crushing it. Hope you get to 100K subs. Appreciate it. Boy. Yeah, running this area ain't gonna get me to 100K subs though. YouTube's probably like 8 minutes behind. The wonderful AI lady will read it off here in just a second. Fatal Injury up here a minute ago talking about favorite items to find and identify. Maybe we'll do one more just for the S's and G's. Anything with Ogre in it. There you go. I could get on board with that. All right.
BTH Streamer donated $10 through Super Chat. Yo man, I love the content. Keep crushing it. I hope to see you make 100K subs.
There's another champ up here. Brian says his favorite item's probably Mara's. Mara's is another one of those ones that's so useful, you know. It's obviously great on like great option on like any build pretty much, right? So she's kind of quiet. Yeah, I've been trying to get it adjusted. The volume on those things are like maxed out. Let me double check it real quick. Let's look at the alert thing. Maybe there was an update to change the volume or something. Just look super quick. Super chat. Media. Oh, I guess the volume's not maxed out. What am I? All right, let's crank it up. Let's turn it up to 11 here. Whatever. We'll turn it to 100. What if the super chats are too loud? Who cares, right? I'm turning everything just up to 100, and we can turn it down later. I don't want this stuff to get read off and people not hear it. Crank that stuff up. So yeah, from now on, it's about to get real loud. Let's do a test widget here for a new membership.
This is a test.
That doesn't even sound loud. I just cranked the volume all the way up. Unbelievable. I might have to start turning the volume of everything else down. One more test. Not even loud.
Sweet Phil donated $62 through Super Chat. This is a test Super Chat alert for $62.
All right, I turn it down a little bit. We'll that's fairly quiet actually. It sounded, I literally just turned it up and it sounded like I turned it down. I don't know what happened. They used to be good. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. I actually turned the music volume down, so there, I turned the music volume down and then the overall stream volume up. So it should be a little bit louder.
This is a test.
Why is the voice reading so quiet? One day I'll learn how to do this. Music's too rad right now. I'll learn how to stream one day. I mean, I've only been doing it for a couple years now. Let me look at just one more thing. I know it's appointment viewing, but I want to get this stuff figured out here. What's going on? Media. I can't see where this is supposed to be at. Maybe it's something on like the website or something. That's why this stuff was turned down, actually. Real quick, I gotta readjust this stuff. I think the volume of that read off I couldn't adjust. So that's why this other stuff was adjusted down. To try to get all of them balanced. That volume's good.
This is a test.
And that's like quiet. Oh well, I'll have to get it off stream. I'll look at it some more instead of. She's reading from the trunk. It's one of those things you barely adjust, so it's like.
Testing. Oh, breathe. Smell it. My men, let's go.
K-Dog with 15 months of Slayership on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for significantly over a year, my man. My man. Ooh. And thanks for the test also. It's still better now though. It did get a little bit better just because I turned the volume of the music down and then turned the overall master volume up. So I'll probably just have to do that again for now. Actually. Turn the game audio down slightly. So it'll be a little bit better balanced. I wish you could just turn up the volume of the talkie more, but I think I remember where that was at, and I think I had it maxed out, and I was like, what the F? Why is this maxed out? I'm confused. It's not loud. You think they would allow you to have the volume just set to like some ridiculously loud amount that no one would want, just so you could make sure you could adjust it enough to what you needed it for? But oh well. Oh well. Oh, speaking of, obviously we're not going full-blown fantasy football chat, you know, but it is one thing I am interested in. But the other league I am in, I totally won the first round, just annihilated. So I scored like 170 something points in this league, and I scored 170 points. I had James Cook on my bench. Yeah, I had 46 points on my bench. That team, if I end up not winning this, and that's the league that I barely snuck in on the like in 6th place because I was getting so unlucky this season. Hopefully I win that league and that'll make up, so at least I'll break even on the year for fantasy buy-in money. Oopsie, sure I was hitting some stuff. Walter says, sweet stream, sup? Doing pretty good, you know, slaying demons, trying to find good stuff. You know how it is. Only 710, you can do better than this, Arthur says. I could. But, well, how would I get more magic find, actually? A 6-sisted like crystal sword or something would be slightly more, but I really couldn't get too much more. I mean, I guess you could, but like to make your build like less good. 710, I'm happy with it. Rough. Gotta be a champion around here. No? No champ? Arthur said the max possible is 1K. I don't know what the most you could really stack up. I can't remember. Technically, you could stack a bunch on your mercenary and have him kill the monster, you know. But yeah, I don't know that I don't know how much you could stack just on an individual character. I know somebody's done it before. I think I've seen Extremis did it before, but not anything I tried. More like it's just one of those thought experiments, right? Like it's not really going to help you out at any point, but you know, you try it out, see what's up. I think they're going to have new stuff in the next season. Promo Quinn, I don't think so. I don't believe so, but I actually don't know for sure. Calm down over on Twitch says, Sweet Bill, Sweet Bill. Welcome in, welcome in. Got Mayfield as your new quarterback, scored 29. I'm not in the playoffs, but now the constellation bracket. Yeah, I got to decide on quarterbacks here because literally last week I picked up Browning and then someone cut Jordan Love and I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick up Jordan Love, I guess. He's like in a better, he's been doing real great every week and he's got a good matchup. Browning did 9 points better than Jordan Love, I think. Put up like another 30 spot. I'm like, man, is he going to be a guaranteed locked-in starter from now on, I guess? So maybe I'll pick up Browning, or also Baker's on the waiver wire too. So I got to decide what I want to do with that. If I'm going to stick with Jordan Love, or if I'm going to pick up one of these guys that are like, oh, hold on, hold up, wait a minute. That's not bad. You get the fire res to not fully, but almost make up for too many monsters. I don't kill them all, so there's monsters everywhere. To almost make up for the missing fire res, the minus 30 on Andal's Visage, a little damage, max damage. And if I'm not mistaken, did they get rid of the enhanced damage, max damage bug? I keep forgetting this. I keep forgetting. Everybody says something different. Nobody remembers. Hard to keep it all straight. Not to mention, I don't know how that really affects, if it affects the same way on a mercenary as it does on a regular character. Background music is sick, says Justin. Justin Carroll. Yeah, link in the description of this guy, N&M Creations. Real good stuff. T-Gods, let's go. 186. Not a bad roll. Not perfect. Not a bad roll, though. Good old T-Gods on the same run as that Jewel. Interesting. Nice, nice, nice. T-Gods. I probably don't need that, but... Wouldn't play Browning against the Chiefs, just saying. I know Love did well, but they have been pretty good against quarterbacks, and they should have more of their D back that game. Yeah, I didn't look into what the matchup was for Browning this week, but I feel like this last week he didn't have a great matchup. Like, I can't remember what it was though, for sure. Ooh. DJJD. Not literally, no. Having more magic find doesn't literally like cause a magic item to drop instead of a rune, no. But the way that is sort of true is that if you prioritize stacking magic find in your character, magic find doesn't help you find runes in any way. Like, it has zero effect on runes at all, dropping. So, but the way that it does make it harder to find high runes is that if you're stacking up magic find on a character, you're going to, obviously in those same spots, you can't put skills or anything to help out your kill speed or your survivability or anything. So in a roundabout way, more magic find can make it harder to find more high runes, but in a literal sense, it doesn't, rune percent magic find doesn't affect the rune drops in any way. You cry inside when I throw T-Gods away? Yeah, well, it is kind of something on single player where, you know, you just have like 40 of one item. You obviously don't need a 40 first, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, online, that is one painful thing about single player, that obviously online I can give stuff to people if they need it or anything. But I gotcha. Ah, he plays the Chiefs next week, not this week. Gotcha. So the Merc is doing the killing, correct? Or are you zerking? Not sure after watching. It does kind of get covered by, you know, a lot of the items. So it is kind of hard to see sometimes. No, but I am berserking. I mean, the mercenary is killing some stuff, but like at least 80% of it I'm killing. So. You almost understood that answer. Alright, well, didn't think it was that complicated. Magic Find doesn't affect rune drops, but if you're stacking a bunch of Magic Find, then you're going to kill slower, so you're going to find less runes, probably. So. Oop. That one the mercenary got before I even had a chance to do anything. English not your first language, you say? Gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much the simplest way I can say it is Magic Find does not affect whether a rune drops. Yo, that does sound accurate, Fred, that he's playing Pittsburgh. That's what I was like, and plus Pittsburgh generally doesn't score a lot of points, meaning he might not have to throw a lot. Yeah, that's why I was nervous about Browning. And then I think all the quarterbacks I was looking at didn't have good matchups this week, so I'll probably just stick with Love, but we'll see. Gotta stay hydrated, fellas. Ooh. Nothing's better for demon slaying than some strawberry lemonade. Oop. Almost missed him. One hiding out in the middle. Could have been devastating. Okay. Wowsies. There's some serious champions over here. I hate that red glow. Just terror. You six swings later, finally got him. Death bit, I believe. DJ, no. If you just have 200 Magic Find on, that's probably not enough to really affect Yeah, you'll be fine. It'll work out A-okay for you. Problem with most of those quarterbacks is they usually turn into pumpkins. He could be different though. Yeah, I didn't/don't believe in him, but like, there's always a point where you just got to be like, all right, so he's done this for how many games now? Like, there's always a point, you know, and you know what I'm saying. There's always a point where you got to be like, you know, all right, he's just keeps doing good, so I guess he's good. Yeah, and he's definitely got, it's definitely more of a track record than, you know, than other quarterbacks, right? War Spike, is that's another one of those crane beaks. Actually kind of rare. Actually pretty rare. We could dual wield this for level 8 Raven Barb. Fellas, we can make a Raven Barb. New poll in chat, should Phil play a Raven Barb? Yes, it's a thing. Now. Mr. 7. I don't have those macros set up for the gear and everything. If you do want to see everything I'm using, I just put out a build guide on my YouTube channel yesterday, the day before yesterday. So I should offhand last wish. Sounds expensive. Sounds like a lot of runes for that. I don't think I have the jaws for that. Three jaws or something. Oof, that's tough. Philip was goat. Farmer. OG Duriel, what's going on? I'm a goat farmer, huh? Like a goat herder? Yeah. DJ says you like having magic find for the lower Kuros chest, but I'm not finding any high runes. So lower Kuros chests are completely different, DJ. Your magic find, those are set drop patterns of items and stuff. Your magic find actually doesn't apply to lower Kuros super chests. I don't think it applies to any super chests in the game, to be honest. So just an FYI. Like from super chests and stuff, you can't find any uniques, and so because it's like set drop patterns of items. Only do. Fred talking about the Raven Barb. I can only play it after I do a Mosaic Assassin. All right, I guess I'll agree to that. Sure. Promo Quinn talking says it does work on the weapons racks. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that the magic find does apply for the stuff that falls off of weapon racks, I suppose. Hydra bow. Ooh, if I get a cruel Hydra bow of quickness, would be sick. So they're making Jalen Hurts do drop downs and practice while holding the ball. And oh, did Jalen Hurts have a? I must have missed part of that game or whatever. Jalen Hurts fumbled a bunch. I'm guessing you're getting at Undead Arrow. Maybe I think I saw one of them, but Brett is a liar. You have all the jaws. No, I don't. Or do I? Let's go look at it. I don't even remember. Isn't it like right here? I think I just looked at it the other day. Guess not. Where is it? Where are you? How many jaws do I have? Willow, welcome in. Yo. Look at it. I only got one of them. Just one. I have enough low runes. Guess I could. I'll probably have a. I wonder how high when I queue up all of these runes, how high it'll be. If I'll get up to like a couple jaws or something. I'm probably gonna have to take those to jaws anyways. I'll probably take them to jaw runes to make, like you said, last wish or something. But I don't know how high these are gonna go. 3 Sirs, 3 Ohms, a Vex, all these pull runes, skulls. One day I'll have to do that. One day. Undead Arrow says the last few games he's fumbled. He's fumbling at a rate of Justin Fields. I see, huh? Yeah, I didn't really realize Justin Fields fumbles as often as he does. Somebody had said that. He's fumbled 27 times this season or something. I'm like, what? No, he didn't. I'll look, it's like, no, he only has 8 fumbles. Somehow he fumbles all the time, but they don't lose it. Yeah, Justin Fields, and the 27 number is probably exaggerated, but I never knew he fumbled so often until I looked up how many times he actually fumbles. Like, not how many times they mark down, like, fumbles lost, but fumbles. You say Jalen Hurts been fumbling a lot lately, huh? It's usually a circumstance, I think anyways, of a combination of either holding onto the ball too long in the pocket, getting strip sacked, or running quarterbacks that don't like secure the ball properly. Running around with it still in their hand like they're getting ready to throw it even though they're obviously running. Undead Arrow, you talking about Justin Fields being a good quarterback but on the wrong team? Or because we were talking about Jalen Hurts, but then I brought up Justin Fields, so I was just checking. Just checking. Last wish is hot garbage, Even Prime says. Hot garbage. Good on an Act 5 Mercenary, though. I've personally never used it just because it's so expensive. Like, I've literally, like, never used it. Like, relative to, like, grief, how the added damage applies to everything, you know? So, Earth Spirit. Uh-oh. Hey, check this out. This is one of those, lower levels that had 4 champions in it, too. Kind of neat. Good old Spirit Keeper. I think they can have 2 skills, so not a great roll. Not the greatest item in the world, but it's a rare Druid Helm for sure. It's a rare to find Druid Helm. So that's kind of neat. Pretty neat. I want to check this. I want to check this over here too. Got to get a Cruel Colossus Sword. Would be sick. Fields, yeah. I think he's all right. I don't know if I think he's a really good quarterback or not, NFL wise. So hard to say when I'm kind of in the camp of, and some people have disagreed with me, that a lot of quarterbacks' success depends on how good the rest of the team is around them. So I'm pretty big proponent of that. Man, so you'll agree with that? Yeah. Good. We're on the same page. Love to hear it. You're not saying he's great, but he's good. He could be good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I definitely don't think he's the next Hall of Famer or anything, but he could pull it together a little bit. Team and coach around him. Yeah, I think that's a pretty large part in my opinion. And I'm not gonna go too overboard here. Also, by the way, and I don't want to get too controversial, but man, so I was watching, and I didn't watch the game. I look up on YouTube. The NFL does like highlights of the games. I don't know if any of you guys seen this, but literally they do like 10 minutes like highlights of the game, and they show every play that's over like 10 yards, and they show sacks and fumbles and stuff like that. Well, I'm watching the highlight thing, and like Brock Purdy had 2 literal wide open touchdowns. Anyone see that one to Christian McCaffrey? He's just 40 yards downfield, uncovered. It's like the throw's like behind him, and so he has to jump up and catch it backwards. and falls on the ground, has time to stand back up and run 15 more yards into the end zone because no one's even close to him. And then Debo had another one too where the play was just like confused the crap out of the defense, I guess. And Debo's just like jogging into the end zone wide open for another touchdown. I'm like, man, that's nice. Yeah, the 49ers are a freaking juggernaut. It's pretty insane. Freaking juggernaut, am I right? Crazed over on Twitch said it wide open. That's what you call a wow play. Right, yeah. Just for both those two, Debo and Christian McCaffrey ones, just like, what happened there? Somebody did not do what they were supposed to, that's for sure. Stroud's on a different level than Fields? Maybe. I want to see more out of Stroud. But yeah, like, he definitely had a good year, for sure. And being a rookie season, it's definitely impressive, no doubt. I think he was another one though that, like his stats when all three of his receivers were like available, and then compared to the stats he had when all three of the receivers weren't available, was like drastic. When all of Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and whoever the third one is, not Robert Woods, but the other one. I can't remember now. But I mean, I think they're going to have them all next year. So, I mean, he could do great and keep it rolling for sure. But I don't know. They all can't stay healthy, though. Tank Dell is never going to survive in the NFL. He's cool, but I mean, Tank Dell. Oh, I didn't mean to keep that. Let me Google machine this real quick. Hold on. I think, let me get it exactly right. Tank Dell, size. Oh, yeah, right. This is a lie anyways. He's listed here at 5'10". He's not, though. Tank Dell is 5'8", 160 pounds. Come on. An NFL wide receiver who's 5'8", he's gonna break his legs every third game. Fred says receivers have to catch the ball. Talking about the Chiefs receivers. They all have nubs. Yeah, Chiefs receivers not doing great this season, that's for sure. But yeah. I mean, even Kelsey dropped a wide open touchdown last night, I think, right? Boy, that was, I don't know how that drive ended up. I can't remember, but that was uncharacteristic of that guy for sure. Yeah, I would say they definitely need to do something receiver-wise. Rice is pretty good, but Tyreek Hill's 5'8", isn't he? Could be. Let's see what it says. We can fire this up. Tyreek Hill. That's not spelled right. Close enough, though. Hopefully I'm not dying. I'm good. Why is it not here? You think it'd pop right up? Weight and height. There we go. Yeah, it says 5'10", 185, so he's listed at the same height, but 20 pounds heavier. So I would venture to say, and I don't know, you never know what could happen, but I would venture to say that Tyreek Hill is probably not like other receivers, you know? Is Tank Dell the next, like, Tyreek Hill? We've talked about it here on the channel, like, just his massive speed and how quick he is, too, and, like, yeah. We'll see, though. Tank Dell could be amazing. It could happen. It's just very uncommon for players to be the best to, like, ever play the game. So I usually err on the side of they're not. but Tyreek Hill is probably, I'm guessing he's going to go down as one of the best to ever play like wide receiver, with just how fast he is and how good he's been for a long time. And even like switching teams, I'm pretty big on if people switch teams and they're still really good, you know, just as good or better, you know what I mean? So well, I said one of the best ever, JM, which I mean is kind of a relative term. Like, by one of the best ever, do I mean one of the top 20 best ever, one of the 10 best? I guess I didn't really specify, but Hill's a cheetah, can run 23 miles an hour. Yeah, he's real fast for sure. Is he top 5 ever? I mean, he's only 28 years old. He's got like 5 or 6 more seasons. Like, we'll see where his stats end up, I guess. But do I think? Yeah, I don't know where his stats are at, so I'd have to look into that stuff to figure it out. Jordan said his fantasy bench yesterday was Waddle, Chandler, and Browning. That's rough. Yeah, I did have Browning, and I cut him and picked up Jordan Love because someone had dropped Jordan Love because they decided they didn't need him anymore for some reason. But so that didn't hurt me a lot. It was like 8-point difference, and I ended up winning by like 50, so it didn't matter. But actually, that same team, I had James Cook on my bench, and I scored like 180 points on that team. So I better win that league. Glorious Axe, definitely identifying this one. What? Hit the person. Wow, a lot of champions over here. Yeah, that's my training method there, Jordan. I sprint around with that giant printer on my back. Yeah, yep. Totally. JM says he doesn't think Tyreek played a full season in like 5 years. I mean, there's not really many people that do actually play every game in a season anymore. They're a lot more cautious with players. You know, when you're paying a guy 40 mil a year, you know, not to mention the concussion stuff that always gets people knocked out. Twisted ankle here. They don't just tape you up and send you out there and go, figure it out, you know. Not as much as they used to. I don't know, I can't remember, maybe some people have better memories or know better than me. I don't think Tyreek is generally injury prone. Like, I don't think he's like a Christian Watson, like pulling his hamstring every 3rd game or anything like that, but could be wrong. Find of the day. Yeah, I don't know, just some middling uniques. I mean, I found another crane beak, which is kind of rare. Spirit Keeper is pretty rare, but nothing super keepable, I guess you'd say. This year went by pretty fast, says Willow. Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're getting old. All the years go by fast. Fred said Hill is not 5'10". Right, that's why I said he's listed at the same height as Tank Dell. Because I know that Tank Dell is 5'8", because I had heard some stuff about him. And you see he's listed at 5'10", so Tyreek will say he's 5'8", like Tank Dell, but he's got an extra 20 pounds on him. And I would venture to say Tyreek is faster than Tank Dell. Yeah, Tank's still young too. Maybe Tank will pack on some pounds here, huh? Being pro for a while. Legendary Spike. There we go. That's legend. Dairy. Legend Spike. Ooh, Ghost Flame. Another pretty rare one, huh? Yeah. I like Ghost Flame. I gotta find a good use for that. Plus it has 2 to the light radius. Bill 6'3". Yeah. Yep. I could be an NFL wide receiver for sure. With the exception of I'm too slow and too weak. But besides that, I could totally do it. Oh, let's go. Biggins Bonnet. Oh my gosh. Biggins freaking Bonnet. Ugh. That's the stuff you're hunting for down in the pits, fellas. Down in the pits. Get after it. That's probably like a 1 in like 1.5 million chance to drop. I love it. Let's see what the good old drop odds calculator says on this one, huh? Hold on a second. Ooh, there's no green screen on this. Oop. Why is it zoomed in so far? Little excessive. So we got P1 with 710 for a unique Biggins Bonnet. Is it the pits? I always get confused on this. If it's pits or the pits. And I can never find it. Pits. Oh, we're looking at hell difficulty. They all look roughly. This is 1 in 6 million. Well, that's from in hell difficulty. 1 in 6 million. Gosh, this one's only 1 in 4 million. So, fellas. All right, let's go. Imperial's Might. Wait, what? You can't find it anywhere. Oh, I need to look for unique monsters anyways. That's why it was so high on Biggins Bonnet. I did it again. I did it again, fellas. That was not correct. It was the pits, right? I guess not. Pit level 1. Oh, it's not as rare as I thought. What? 1 in 8,000. That can't be right. Hell difficulty. Oh, it's only 1 in 100,000? I thought it was rarer than that. I thought it had some rare. I thought it had some super rare. What's going on here, fellas? 1 in 100,000. That's not even that many. I guess it is 100,000 like unique monsters. So considering there's only 8 per run, if we did the math on that, that would be you know, many thousands of runs. Not as rare as I thought. My G's had it, found it before I did. If I knew how to, you know, skill issue, I don't even know how to operate the drop odds calculator correctly. My God. Oh, another 4 champion lower level. Love it. Not usually that common. Stuff. Christopher, welcome in. Welcome in. Walter said, I haven't seen this in my entire life. Talking about that Biggins Bonnet, I think. Ooh, what a legendary item. So Neil, yo, what's going on? What I find right now? Some little items, nothing crazy. Not crazy. Saffron said he's missing that Biggins Bonnet on his grail. How are the drops? Nothing better than watching you stream. I'm stuck in a water main break for the last 12 hours. Ooh. Well, hopefully, glad you enjoy the stream. My man. My man. Atomic said he found a pretty rare one. Oculus from Nightmare Trav. Yeah, that is always kind of wild when you find stuff super early on, like when you almost wouldn't think you could find it yet. No luck since, though. Just used it all up on that one drop. Unfortunate. We got 2 o'clock here. Just double checking that wasn't an unidentified SOJ that fell. I heard the bing, but heard the bing. For TC3s, you gotta grind that normal. This Saffron. Yeah, I mean, if it comes down to like your last item left is like Biggin's Bond or something, yeah, I probably wouldn't worry about it until then. But yeah, there's usually, for most of those low-level items, from what I've seen anyways, there's usually some monster in normal difficulty, like Bishy Bosh or like Pro Flame, or I forget their names or whatever, but there's always like one monster where it's like you have a 1 in like 130 like kill chance of finding whatever item you need of those super low-level stuff. So nice to see the Bills kill it yesterday. James Cook, let's go. Can I run Trav? I mean, I could. Successfully? Efficiently? We'll go do one. I have almost no resistances, so probably not. This build I absolutely really did not make for doing stuff like this. Mercenaries get ripped. Use a few potions. Guess I could. I did use 2 full rejuves, so. Oh, an Ogre Mall. Do it. Ah, got the butchery. 40's butchery. The butchery mod. Terrorize trap? Ah, maybe. Normal Cow King, a 1 in 10 chance of dropping Death's Guard. Nice. Just spam farm the cow, normal Cow King. Hunter's Bow. Yeah, I feel like even though the stuff's rare, like the rarity, like if you're doing a Holy Grail, I just feel like you're always gonna find those low level uniques at some point when you're trying to find Tyraels or Mangsongs or something, you know. Boy, I might as well avoid that room. There's just never anything over there, it seems. Never. Atomic over on Twitch said it took him forever to find Mage Fist. Still no String of Ears. Huh. Yeah, those aren't particularly rare, so that's crazy, yeah. I wish Cannot Be Frozen would work against that cold aura. Real annoying. Is Mangsong's more rare than D-Web? I don't know the answer to that one. I think they're pretty similar. But I don't know exactly. I'd have to look it up real quick. Saffron says he doesn't have a Linimo's sash. Well, guess you gotta get out and farm yourself some normal difficulty Bishy Bosh. Get on it. Normal Bish. JM pulled the highest minus poison, it sounds, at minus 50, right? That's the poison damage, right? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I know it's super rare. Yeah, there's a few different things that roll right on a D-web, so to get a perfect D-web would be insane. Yeah, Randy said, takes him so long to find Mage Fist, he ended up trading an Ist for one. And then instantly finds Mage Fist. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's kind of what I did. I mean, a different situation, but a similar type of situation. Where I was running LK and I was like, alright, I'm going to cube up all these runes because, bro, I'm not going to find a Burr rune. I just want to get the Infinity. I'm not going to find a Burr rune. And then I made the Infinity after cubing up like 10 runes. And like 50 runs later of doing LK, I found a Burr rune. I was like, crap. I just wasted like a low and an ohm and like 4 vexes or something. Gosh. What do you think of the Bills making it to finals this year? Like making it to the Super Bowl? I don't know. They're so up and down. It's so hard to say. Like they'll have a couple of good games where you're like, they're good, and then they just like crap the bed, and you're like, what is going on here? Snowpro says, sick. We can time out people for different lengths now. Yeah, you can ban people for a short time. You can ban people for a long time. I did see that. JM says Bills will not be beating KC or the Ravens. I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't watch all those teams' games, but I feel like all 3 of those teams are pretty close this year. Like maybe the Ravens record's probably the best, isn't it? But I don't know. I look at the Ravens team and I never really think that they're, I don't know. I never think they're as good as their record, but then with Lamar Jackson over the last few years, they've always had a good record. So, I mean, maybe I'm just biased or something, or whatever you want to call it. Guess that could be it. Just biased against the Ravens. Lamar's finally healthy this year. Could be true. That could be true, why they kind of fall apart or whatever. I think Joe Flacco is going to be going to the Super Bowl this year with the Browns. Or I mean the Lions. The Lions. Oh dear God, yeah. Joe Flacco is God tier. Yeah, Saffron up here a minute ago talking about drop trading for something and then finding it right away. Yeah, when you take a white Monarch and Larzik it, and then 10 seconds later you find a 4-socketed Monarch. True story. Crystalline Passage, hard pass. We'll stick with the pits. Brown's paying a quarterback 230 mil to be starting a guy like Joe Flacco, right? Yeah, man, when that happened, that was like that Deshaun Watson trade and sign was like the worst deal in like NFL history. Didn't they give up 2 or 3 first-round picks too? Yeah, whatever. God. Chiefs have no wide receivers. Yeah, we were kind of talking about it earlier. It is true. Yeah, they got Rice and Kelsey. So, I seen a champion. Oh, there you are. They got it. They got Pacheco though, right? That's all they need. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Even with the subpar receivers, if Mahomes can carry them to the promised land. Am I right? I mean, Mahomes is good, right? So maybe. Ravens 49ers is Sleepy Joe's call. Can you hit him, please? Okay. I would say 49ers are a very solid bet. The 49ers just look insane. Like the whole team all around. Like, ooh, we'll check the legendary mallet again. 200. Okay, all right. Walking dude, rawr. Ooh, what's up? Angry Buffalo fan says Ravens overrated. Overrated. Yeah, that's what I think too, but then they just do good and win. So I don't know. Don't know what to think of the Ravens. What are we talking about? Lions are winning the Super Bowl. Good call, Grindy. We're just talking about who's gonna be runner up to that beautiful Honolulu Blue, gonna be taking home the trophy. Ooh, unidentified Tall's amulet. No, it never is. Oop. There's another. Too much garbage over here. Can't see what's going on. I don't even want to cover that area anymore. I think I'm just gonna skip going over there, to be honest. There's never any champions over there. 1 in like 30, so Bills would get killed by the Ravens, huh? Oh, this one's got to be the Tails amulet then. Can't be another Angelics, can it? Oh, not an Angelic. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I always forget, like, and you guys kind of roast me about this because I talk about football and I don't know, like, their divisions and stuff. They haven't played it all this year? Buffalo and the Ravens? Yeah, Ivan, this is just players one, yep. "22 Nights just updated. After heroes kill a monster, there is a chance they'll reanimate as a hell bovine minion." Interesting. I have not heard of that one either. Vidala, Onion, Amy. You're right. Yeah. So there's a chance that every monster will reanimate as a cow to fight for you. Interesting. At least it's kind of funny. We will when Buffalo. Oh, let's go. Angry Buffalo sports fan says Ravens Buffalo hasn't played yet, because I was asking. I didn't know if they had a chance to play this season at all. But he says they will when Buffalo knocks them out of the playoffs. Ooh. Yeah, good old sports trash talk. Feel like I seen. Nope, guess not. But that's all going to be a moot point because the Lions are going to win it all this year. Yeah. Oh, I said I was going to skip this corner, didn't I? Because there's literally never a champion over here. Yeah, it's going to be so bananas, the Lions being Super Bowl champs. It's going to be crazy. And then we got the draft next year, I think, right? In Detroit. It's going to be a wild year for Detroit. Sleepy Joe said he's seen a stat where top 10 defenses in playoffs win 86% of the time. The same stat for the Super Bowl, 92% of the time. I mean, I kind of believe it. I mean, they got that whole saying, defense wins championships, right? So that stat must be just if one team is a top 10 defense and the other one wasn't, or something, the way it's worded. I feel like a lot of times in the Super Bowl, or in, you know, teams that make the playoffs, a lot of times they're going to be both top 10 defenses. Well, not all the time, obviously, but a lot of times the better defenses are the ones that do better, obviously. So, or they include it in the stat to juice the stat, right? You can attend the draft. I want to see that mug right up in the front row. I mean, it's probably going to be expensive to get down there. Like, it's probably going to be like $80 just to park in Detroit that day. But I might try to do it, save up money to go spend $500 for one day down at the draft or something. It's just one of those things, like, I'll probably never get a chance to do again, right? I had some friends that went to the draft in Nashville a few years ago, I think it was. Couple or a few years ago. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, but and it would just be super cool to go to one. I mean, I wouldn't be like up in the front on the TV. I know when my friends went, they were so far away they couldn't even barely, you know, you could barely tell that there was humans on the stage. They were so far away. But G Stacks, what's going on? If the Lions win out, we have a chance to actually get home field. Sheesh. Yeah, that'd be sick. The lifelong Bucks fan Randy Shannon says, I'll just bet the house mortgage and call it a day. We live and die by Baker. Do it. A true Slayer would risk it all on Baker Mayfield. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer after that, just in case anyone didn't know. I am kidding. Disclaimer. Don't ruin your life and put all your money on Baker Mayfield. But I will say, Baker's been looking not bad the last couple of games. He's somebody I am remotely considering picking up the starting quarterback, since I lost my quarterback to injury, Justin Herbert. I've been having to play some other people here. Go. Big Palm says he's been running stuff, can't find anything. 300 magic find, starting to get tired. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get them bad luck streaks. Take a little break. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hopefully luck turns around for you. Groovy talking about the 22 Nights of Terror thing. If it could spawn the Cow King, it'd be cool. Yeah, I think it's just, I'm pretty positive. I know you're just joking, but it's just some random, like if you use revive in the cow game, It's just like a revived cow, essentially, I believe. Kind of funny, though. Interesting, I guess. Ooh. "24 tutties, 8 interceptions. Not bad," says Randy. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all. You're right. Sleepy Joe saying, for instance, the Lions do not have a top 10 defense yet. They're turning it around. The Bills don't. Cowboys. The Cowboys defense isn't top 10? What? I thought the Cowboys defense was like top 3 this year. Or they just get a ton of pick sixes is why. Their overall defense not as great. Bane says, why Bijan? Why? Yeah, well, we've been talking a little fantasy. Well, because as you might know, Bane, I drafted Bijan #1 overall in my keeper league, and that worked out. Yeah, 0.4 points in my keeper league, and he ended up with negative points in the Slayers league. So the way that I have the point structured going. What? I can't see. Okay, there it is. Hidden behind all the items. They don't teleport along with you? Oh, that's disappointing. Somebody said the bovine that spawned don't come with you when you teleport. That's got to be an oversight that I'm sure they're not going to correct because it's just a one-day thing, but that is a little disappointing. There's actually a champion over here. Mr. Cash Out says, so the entire Terror Day thing is just worthless cows. Sounds like it. That's what it sounds like. Unfortunately. Tyler here says, Cowboys rush defense is ass. All right. Yeah, I know I got Cowboys defense on a fantasy team and it was cool to have, but yeah, not fantasy points don't always equate to, you know, real life, so I do know that. Cowboys D is great in all areas except run. Oh, JS said the same thing over here on YouTube. I already gotcha. Yeah. Kyle says, why are there cows spawning in Trav right now? Yeah, the modifier today is apparently when you kill a monster, there's a chance that they will reanimate as a revived cow. So that's why there's cows around. Just some like kind of goofy, I guess, Terror Zone thing. Not super useful, but just 2% goofy. Get back here. Ooh, rare Ogre Maul. Come on. So close. Cows are in Trav, says Brian. Is it just straight up legit like a herd of cows in Trav? Or is it like, are you saying they're reviving? What? Thank you, jeez. That just randomly it just like missed 7 times. Every once in a while it does that. I was half thinking of switching to like a blessed aim mercenary. Like saying like, I don't need more damage, I just need to make contact every time. Probably should, to be honest. That reanimating as Uber Mephisto. Just one cow keeps walking in the wall. Stop. Cowboys are a top 10 defense, but I messed up because it's against teams under 500. So you're saying they only, I mean, their overall defense though. Are you just saying that they've played a lot of teams under 500? Or are you saying that they're only a top 10 defense when playing teams under 500? I don't like that whole I don't like that whole stat that we were talking about the other day, the whole teams under 500 thing. Because obviously, if you play a team in your division twice and you beat them twice, there's a good chance that they're going to be under 500 because you whoop their butts twice. You know what I mean? So, not that it's always wrong, but it can be used in deceiving ways. Does Nightmare Andy drop SOJ? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Regular, like, Nightmare and Daryl's known as, like, the best spot to find an SOJ, to be perfectly honest. I guess that, like, if you're looking for a standard place you can go farm, it's definitely, like, the best place you can go farm. Technically, like, terrorized normal difficulty Andy or something has higher drop odds or something, but I mean, who would want to go run normal difficulty Andy, am I right? Get out of here. Getting blasted by archers. Blasted. Can I share my playlist? Yeah, there's a link to the guy in the description of the YouTube stream. N&M Creations. There'll be a link to his channel. This is metalcore and modern. On his, it's just, you can just go to his YouTube page, check it out. You can play it. You'll have like ads on there and stuff, but yeah. There you are. Get rid of this might aura. Get out of here. N&M Creation. Or yeah, exclamation music. Good call, you legends in chat. I forgot about that for a second. Good old Nightbot Commands. Cash Out TV says his Patriots are so ass. Everyone likes calling their team ass, apparently. It's a good way to describe it, I guess, but no receivers, no O-line. Yeah. Kind of a true story. Demario Douglas looks like he could be maybe in the future. We'll see what's up. I know he was out for a little bit, so. Gaga Moja said he did 4K runs in Nightmare and Dara with 600 magic find. To get an Annie. He did not get an SOJ. Wow. That's bad luck. Even if you ran that on players 1, that's like really bad luck. You definitely want to do it on higher players counts, which I would kind of assume you did, I guess, but that's insanely bad luck. To get my first SOJ, it took me like 16 or 1800 runs to get my first SOJ from there, and that was, yeah, that's your game's like glitched or something. That's incredibly bad luck. Because the odds with that's about the same as what I did. When I looked it up, I think it was like 1 in 800 runs is roughly the statistical drop odds. So I'm incredibly poor and I don't gamble, but I would bet somebody like literally $1,000 that I could find an SOJ in less than 4,000 runs. Like, that's how confident I would be that wouldn't happen. Unfortunate. You know what though? You'll probably find the SOJ on your next run. The very next run will be the SOJ. Randy, yeah. Fanaticized archers are a dang menace. You ain't kidding. JS saying that that stat specifically to make the Cowboys sound bad. That's kind of what I feel like, because pretty much every team that's good, if you win a bunch of games, well, that means you beat everybody in your division, right? Which means they automatically have 2 losses just against you. So that the team that you beat would have to go Grand Matron, but I don't need that. You know, they would have to win like 5 of 7 games to even be 500 then. You know, because then they'd be 5 and... Oh no, they would still... Yeah, they'd be 5 and 4, so they'd be over 500. Which is not easy for anybody in the league, right? That's why I kind of feel like that's like a misleading stat. It can be. Probably drop my gold off. I even just dropped in a Shootas. Nice. Hopefully it rolls good for you. Hopefully you at least get the 3 skills. It only took me 1 run to get my Griffins, right? Yeah, there you go. The one I did it on. The one I found it. Dimensional Blade. For a second, I got a little hype. Let's see. Ginthers. If it was an Ethereal Ginthers, where it'd be at. Or does that have a damage reduced on it? Yeah, magic damage reduced. Very interesting. I don't remember which one, but there was a start of some ladder where I used that actually. Again, thirst for some reason. Good old Shadow Disciplines. Ooh, that's the grand charm we're looking for, fellas. But hey, it's a skiller. It's a skiller. It's a skiller. Do I like Hammer in 4 Magic Find? Brookwell. Sorta? Sorta. I mean, it's definitely good for sure. It's just kind of, it's one of those ones whether you like the playstyle or not. And I think it's okay. The playstyle's okay. The only thing I don't like about it, you have to like constantly be telly stomping, like, oh, this one monster, you know. Just kind of don't like that stuff, but. So I think it's okay. Lions lost to the Bears and Packers when the Packers were under 500. Yeah, it can happen for sure. NFL's a hard place to win, right? I mean, even the 49ers lost 3 games, am I right? In a row. Oh, I didn't drop my gold off. See if I can remember to actually do it this time. Almost full here. We're gonna have to gamble a bunch of sacred armors here in a minute. I'm totally gonna gamble sacred armors too when I get full gold. It's gonna be so GG. Imagine I complete my grail by gambling Ethereal's Might. I would say that would have to be the most godly clip of all time. Let's drop the lidless off Nightmare Meth. Should I switch to that with my Ancient's Pledge? Probably. I would say I would want to for sure. Unless you're, well, really on a playthrough, I would definitely switch that for sure. Maybe hang on to the Ancient's Pledge just in case you're doing certain specific areas and you're like, man, this res is really killing me. And, you know, you throw it on. But for the general play, I would definitely swap that. Do a gamble grail. All right, chat, doing a new poll. Should I do an entire grail of only gambling? Only getting gold and then gambling until I get every unique item? Let me know in the chat. My God. That sounds just terrible. That would take so long. So long. Sleep says the Niners lost to teams above 500. Well, that's the thing, and that kind of goes towards my point. If the 49ers would have beat them, then they probably wouldn't have been. They wouldn't be over 500 anymore. So, perfect F grill, yeah, for sure. There's the next one up, right, Groovy? Gold finding and gambling are like my two most hated things. So making that a grail, that would be so painful. I guess part of it that could, like, I guess, the way that 500 stat is calculated, I guess. I guess I don't know for sure the clarity or exactly what. Do they calculate it based upon if they are 500 when they play them, or do they base it on if they are 500 at the time of making the stat? You know what I mean? Dual leech, little poison, little. Because if a team's under 500 when they play in week 2, and they're 0-1, and then a team is like, you know, it's the first one at the time that they play, or a team's 1-2 and then they don't lose another game, you know. Not necessarily to poke holes in that particular stat for that particular thing, but yeah, I just don't know is what I'm saying. I guess how necessarily they calculate it. 5-year project, says Chris Jin. It would probably take longer than that for me, to be honest. Are you going to stream PoE? I've never played PoE or, you know, PoE 2. Gigamoja? Probably not. Probably not. JS, I think Sleepy Joe is just putting his argument out there. I don't think there's trash talking football is kind of fine in my book, I guess. As long as there's no personal attacks like you're an idiot, you're stupid, you know what I mean. Because, yeah, I mean, in sports, there really is nothing serious necessarily, right? Antlers, do it to me. 5 NATO, no. Nah, we won't check. The Swahia, yeah. 2:30. I kind of want to go with more coffee here. How much coffee can you drink in one day? Has it been studied? I think I want to beat it today. Might wanna go over on the coffee record. Munkles, what's going on? For a second there, I didn't read who said that, and I was like, this has got to be a joke. And it was. What's up, Munkles? I feel like, yeah, Sleepy, I feel like I have heard that stat before, that, yeah, if you start off 0-2, Only 2 teams you say won the Super Bowl. Maybe the one that I heard is, I think there had only been a couple teams that ever started 0-3 and then made the playoffs or something like that. That's actually the one I was thinking of now that I started talking and I had to keep talking. I think that's the one I had heard. Coffee's like beer, you can never have enough. Oh, DC, I don't know if that's a good analogy. Feel like there is too much beer that you could drink. Possibly. 400 milligrams. How much is that? I'm sure you looked that up, Munkles. How many cups of coffee is that, would you say? Plus the thing is too, I didn't realize like what 1 cup of coffee, they actually measure it by like cups, not by your cup, but by like measuring cups. Like I didn't realize the biggest size comes out of the Keurig is actually 4 cups of coffee. Well, I guess I did because it has a 4 on it, and I thought it, but I was like, I don't know. Who drinks those tiny amounts of coffee anyways? Like, you ever seen legit, like, old school classy coffee cups? They're like this big. They're like a thimble with a little handle. It's like a shot glass with a little handle on it. Who drinks that small amount of coffee? I mean, no offense if you do, I guess, but what are you even doing with your life? Maybe I'm being a little over dramatic here. Maybe not though. Ed, that's a solid stat. That sounds like one of those meme stats I'd see on Facebook. Nobody's ever won the Super Bowl without winning their last game. ESPN has the best meme stats. I mean, aren't their stats usually like, they're not doing them as memes though, right? Aren't they real? But they just seem like meme stats? It's stronger coffee. That's what you just need a little one. I mean, I get if you're taking a shot of espresso or something, but I'm talking like little tiny coffee cup saucer. I don't know. Since the league went to 17 games, no team has started 0-3. It's solid. Didn't they just go to 17 games this season? Ah, you must have, you know it or just looked it up. Only 6 teams ever have made the playoffs starting 0-3. Trash says you didn't drink too much until your pee starts smelling like coffee. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, it was last year. Good call. Good call, Jordan. Guess that's espresso question mark? Yeah, that's like that's like the shots or whatever, but like, I don't know. Like legit coffee cups, like, I don't know. Maybe they weren't really coffee cups. I don't know. I swear, like, I've gotten coffee at like restaurants and they give you these little tiny cups with like no coffee in them. Especially when it's like the dessert coffee. Little tiny cup. I guess dessert coffee, you don't want too much caffeine in it later, but I don't know. Anyways. You know the stat because you enjoy sports betting as much as you enjoy D2. Gotcha. 8-ounce cup is what a cup, quote unquote cup of coffee is, you say? Not very much. Not very much. Oh, well, no, that's not right. The 10 extra gold is for small. That's a small charm you want that much. And the lightning's not max either, so wouldn't be a terrible one to keep, but yeah, I only got Tyros left, yeah. Yep. You're seeing sounds. Yeah. Ogriax, come on. Man, one of these times I'm gonna identify nothing. I'm not gonna do none of that reroll shenanigans, just identifying ones I find. I should start picking up perfect gems, right? Rerolling magic item with perfect gems. Don't use them on Grand Charms, no. Don't use them on Monarchs. Use it on Ogriaxes. Yeah, that's where it's at. Komakomi says, found a Tyros TZ90 a week ago. Terrorized Andy could drop Tyros for sure. I see you said you think it was a fallen, but it could have came from Terrorized Andy. With the the way the Terrorized Andy changed, I would suspect it came from Andy usually, but I guess it could have came from a fallen or something. Pickled Nick just found a second arachnids. Whoop whoop. The max roll drop calculator said Terrorized Andy could not drop Tyros might. I don't know how or why that would be. A level 90 Terrorized Andy? Yeah, I don't know why that would be. I've found Mang songs off of Andy, and I've found not Tyraels, but Templars, so Templars might. Both off of Andy. But yeah, I don't know. You'd get bored. Rob M said he'd get bored farming over and over and over. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I wasn't streaming and making videos, I'm not sure if I would have stuck with doing the whole thing. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe. Like, I could see that if I wasn't a YouTuber and stuff, right? So. I could see that possibly happening. So. It was a TC. I mean, if it's a TC 87 area, can drop it. TZ Andy almost has to. Yeah, I would think so. I kind of agree with that. Smoking Bree. Biggie says don't do it every day. Yeah, definitely. And that's another reason, that's one reason why I don't, I use different builds all the time. I I do farm a lot of pits, I guess, but I do go to a lot of different areas too, different builds and stuff. So switch it up a little bit. Thomas said he gets bored farming without my stream. Okay, well, glad I could help you out. English only, please. I do see somebody put either Russian or I believe Russian anyways. It could be some of those other former Soviet countries or whatever, but just stick to only English just because I don't know if you're saying things that are going to get my channel banned and stuff. End game for D2? Maybe, what's my end game for D2? Finding every unique item in the game and completing the Holy Grail, I guess, and then keep playing the best game ever made, I guess. Not 100% sure how to answer that, I guess. Just to have fun. Kind of like when I go golfing with my buddies, like, what's your end game? I just having fun. I like doing it. So I guess that's a good answer from me, yeah. I just like playing D2, so my end game is I'm just having fun. Where am I with it? I just have one item left here. I got Tyrell's Might left. Tyrell's Might. Pretty standard one left over, huh? First time on the stream, by the way. Welcome in, Komakomi. Komakomi. I think that's how you pronounce that. Watch all the YouTube videos. What a legend. Ooh, thank you for watching the videos. Glad you like them. Is it not better to farm the Grail in the Terror Zone because every monster can drop everything, dry enough level? Yeah, it can be. I mean, Crystalline Passage, Frozen River, ooh, man, it's just gross. I just don't want to do that. It depends on the build, too, because I like switching builds around. Not every build is good at every area. So, I mean, you're kind of right. Like, wouldn't I be better off just running Infinity, Self-Wheeled Infinity Nova Sorceress in every area? You know, P7 in all the Terror Zones? I mean, I guess maybe, but I mean, just using the same build forever, I just don't want to do that. You know, it's kind of get repetitive and could get... And who wants to watch me just play Nova every day too, right? Right. What do you think about D4? Not a huge fan. I don't think it's the worst game ever made, but I don't think it's great. So, hello, I say. Welcome in. Well, welcome in. GZ says Tyrell Might will drop soon. Hopefully. That'd be something else. Cereal's Might. That's not what it's called. Are you roasting me for slurring my words a little bit, or what? Why do you pick up ogre axes? Ooh. Because they're so sick. It's kind of like just a channel joke. And then I want to find like a specific type of magic. Ogre axe. Archon play. Do it. Come on. A third of the way there. Wicked Ball City's gonna hop on after I get off and help people, just rush people and stuff. What a nice guy. How generous. How many items are you missing? Hillinex. I just have one thing left. Just one item. Jeezy says come back to Brunsky. Yeah, I think he's done. I think he kind of got You know, I mean, we talked about it before. Yeah, most of the people that watch me were also former Dabrowski watchers, so kind of heard the stories. But how many birds have I found while doing the Grail? I don't know, a few. Not a ton, really. Maybe 2 or 4, to be honest. Come on, Devilkin, get back here. They see one of their comrades get taken out and they gotta run in fear. Rob says, what happened to him? I think he just decided he didn't want to do it anymore, pretty much. I think he just played D2 for so many years, I guess, and just decided he didn't want to deal with doing YouTube and playing D2 and stuff, and I'm not 100% sure, you know, but I don't think it's anything crazy. Just think he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. And he's got a normal, he never was doing it full time, so even though he was like pretty successful, I guess, you know, so. Only watching Phil stream for the printer. You don't say. This lovely guy. Thought Phil had a good balance of streams, content, life. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for full time though, so I do kind of balance it already, I guess. It's kind of tough, but yeah, when you're working full time and you're trying to do this kind of stuff, it would be like impossible, I feel. Printer having OnlyFans? Not yet. I gotta get the printer Twitter account going here, and it'll start happening. Printer hype. You people. This printer thing, it's not even me either. People are gonna think I'm weird. It's you people that are weird about the printer. I just play along with it. That's a girl printer for sure. You people. Is Whirlwind still bugged? I guess not. I don't know what bug you're talking about, so I guess not. Double unique drop, interesting. Will you? Gagamoja said D4 sucked the life out of him. I think you're talking about Dabrowski. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know for sure. Anything I'd say would just be speculation. Cash Out said, just found a Haas and low in Trav. Nice. Nice. BS's says since D3 feels a lot has changed. Game action RPGs have gotten a lot easier. Focus more on bringing new players, kids, so the games aren't too hard or scary. Oh, they're not too hard or everyone screams, you said. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of true. It is kind of true. I mean, from a business marketing standpoint, it's probably the best choice, but like, obviously for us playing games, it's probably not the best choice for us, but if you can make a game that more people can play, more people are going to buy it. So it's an unfortunate thing, you know, like, what are you going to do about it? The incentive structures aren't there to make the best possible game anymore, so. Missing D2 item runs in modern games. I'm not 100% sure necessarily what you mean by that, but No, Pro Seth, he always tries to get the hardest and scariest games to let his daughter try so she doesn't want to play games. Nice. Want her to do her hair and nails instead. There you go. I've been trying to get my daughter into football so she'll watch football with me, but haven't been able to get it to work yet. Is it possible to solo through hell with a Nova Sorceress? So you're talking like you're playing through the game just with like budget gear, standardly playing through? I mean, I'm sure it is. Is it optimal? I mean, I would probably assume not. Ooh. I can't remember. I'm trying to think back, like, what the speedrunners do with sorceresses. I can't really remember. But no, I generally, if I was playing a sorceress through, I mean, I would just do like Blizzard and call it a day. Can you hit mesh boots? Okay, well, a little fine. There you go. Something usable. And an unidentified J-mod. Let's identify this J-mod first, because that's going to be hype. Boom. Oh. Silkweave's 5 to... Oh, 150 defense, though. But at least the 5 mana after kill's the one you want anyways, huh? Just go ahead and click a couple buttons. Why make good games that might sell 1 million copies at $60 each when you can give a free game? 10,000 whales spend 100k each, and normies spend 100 each on those 1 million people. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, plus the other things too is like the people that are really making the decisions and pushing stuff, like nobody wants to like build great games and like have great franchises and cultivate, you know, the franchise. And they, you know, back in the day, people wouldn't want to ruin the franchise because that would be like, you know, you got to keep the great franchise. Nowadays, it's like the shareholders like, get this game out now, today. We don't want it. We don't want the share price to go up 2 years from now. We want the share price to go up today. You know? And they're talking to the CEO. CEO, if you don't get this game out, we're going to get rid of you. And we're gonna get some CEO in here who's gonna get the game out now, because we want our money now. You know, we don't care what happens in a year from now. We want it now. I don't care what happens about the Diablo franchise. We want our money now. Am I right? Or GTA, yeah. GTA franchise. We want it now. 30 years for GTA 6. Yeah, you just roll out more expansions, more expansions, more expansions, right? Problem, battle passes? Could be. I don't play a ton of games with battle passes and stuff, so I play a lot of D2, so am I right? Let's see here, make sure we got a text from the boss lady. Let's see what we got here. I'll have to read that later. Have to read that one later. Snowpro said he thinks GTA is an exception to the rule. Their games are so expansive with so many random dialogues, interactions, and sprites. It's crazy to develop. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we can still talk crap about all the game developers anyways. We're game players. That's what we do, right? Yeah, in a way, I kind of don't mind when they don't, when people don't put out a game like every year, you know, like Call of Duty pumps out a game every year, and it's like kind of the same game, you know. That's one of the things, like, it kind of seemed the same way with like Elder Scrolls games, you know, like they only put one out, like one per like console generation, right? But that way you don't have, you know, just a million games that are exactly the same, right? Kinda. They do have the Fallout games that are very similar, but they need to bring a shop to D2, says AK. Never understood why they don't have a shop. Oh boy. That's got to be a joke, right? Have a cosmetic shop for D2. Or where you can just buy items instead of having to get them from some sketchy Asian site or something. You don't get the burnout either, says JM. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, every time there's an Elder Scrolls game that comes out, I'm crazy hyped about it, right? Because you only get a new one once every 10 years, right? Good old Trang's Wing. I feel like I found quite a few of these. I probably found 3 or 4 of them over the last like week or two. Usually I don't find that many of these. Getting that kind of luck, I guess. Let's see, Jordan. Let's see. Phil, please don't say those things out loud. What did I say that I don't want to say out loud? I might have missed it. Saffron, yeah. So apparently there was a questionnaire survey or whatever where they listed like how much would you be willing to pay for the expansion, and yeah, one of them was 100. That was one of the options. So Cold Plains. Oh, where's Bishy Bosh at? Where are you? He's close. I could spam do some Bishy Boshy spam. Don't look like it. You know, I love my bish. Jordan says D2 does not need anything changed, except adding a loot filter. Wait, where's he at? Hold on a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, he's way over here? Maybe? Yeah, there he is. Unacceptable. That's too far. D2 loot filter for only $9.99 a month, says Saffron. Oof. Kyle said he started on D3 and then kind of came over to D2. He can never stick with one build though. No, it's all cool though. I love switching around builds. I usually run one build for like a week, and then I play a different build, then I play a different build. So yeah, works out. Set the players 3 for Bishibash. Now he's just too far away, I think. The thing is too, for the super uniques and stuff, you don't need to do that. Because they'll drop the 2 items every time. I mean, he is out here just by himself. Raced. He says D2 needs transmogs. I don't think so. Guess I could do it. I could get a little Bishibash run going for the last half hour before I gotta pick my daughter up from school. Everyone loves the iconic green cap, right? Right, Danny? Yeah. Oh. We can take out another champion while we're here. There's a million champions over here. Look at this. A new D2 expansion, Bobby Knit says. Yeah, that would be wild. I don't ever see that happening, but that would be wild. Oh, there he is. Good old war boots. This guy's gonna be tough. Not as tough as I thought. I thought he would be a little bit more of a challenge. Higher health pool. Yeah, good old Act 6. Let's go. Dude Willie, happy holidays, Phil. What is going on? Yo, yo. Happy holidays to you as well. Yeah, we'll take the champion on the way, huh? Man catcher doesn't look ethereal, yeah, so yeah. JM Domino says he has no characters that wear Shaco. Interesting. I mean, hard to get away from Shaco when you're primarily a magic finder. Maybe you're not like maybe you're more of a rune hunter or a PvP player or something. Or it's just not your preference, yeah. But man, I got Shaco on a ton of stuff. Everything. Anything that's not some sort of lightning build, pretty much. Like I throw the Griffins on, like you said, but living the dream. What event today? I heard it was like some cow event where, like, when you kill a monster, they randomly reanimate as cows or something, and so everyone said they were like bugged and didn't even operate right or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I mostly play on offline single player here, which we don't have that event or whatever. So, wait, that suicide branch was not dealing much damage to that monster. Huh. Oh, let's go. Perfect Maras. Boom. Oh. Ooh. Jeezy says him either, only because I haven't found one on single player yet. You haven't found, oh, haven't found a shake on single player, rough. Dino says, yeah, it's new this year. I'm surprised they did anything that was like new or different than last year, to be honest. But at least it's something new, I guess, even though maybe it didn't really fully pan out the way they had hoped, I assume. Ooh, boy. Let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. Too many champions to take out over here. Next run. 710, that's a ton of magic find. Yeah, it's more than I would normally have. Just, I only do this on this one specific build when I do this one specific style of farming. Only for, like, hunting grail items, essentially, so. But I haven't done one in, like, a couple of years almost, probably, so. Oh. Only had 711 magic find. Speaking of daughters watching football, yours does, says Snow Pro. She was sitting there watching the Finns in her Finns jersey when I got home from the grocery store. Nice. Lucky you. Lucky you. Anyone Twitch and YouTube, welcome in everybody. I do stream both on YouTube and Twitch if anyone wonders. I do generally read off the comments when someone does say, you know, when I'm answering them, but just letting everybody know if you ever wonder where I'm answering stuff from. Ivan says, yeah, when the fired helm drops, hold your breath for a second, and it's Veil of Steel. Veil of Steel. Struggle's real, am I right? No good. No good. Grand Chime's got to be good then, huh? Right? Maybe? Uh-oh, where's this Might Champion at? Mercenary got him. My boy, Emilio. That's my boy. Yeah. $264 likes on YouTube. Appreciate it. We got 85. We almost have as many people on Twitch right now watching as on YouTube. Appreciate y'all joining me. Oh, unique ring. Guys, you know this is an SOJ. You know. You just know. Oh. Next time. I need to get more pre-hyped about it. Then it would have been an SOJ for sure. I didn't get hype enough. We got to step it up next time. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Hold on. What is this? Oop. Let's go ahead there. Oh man, it was Grim Ward though. 2 to Warcry, 3 Free to battle cry. Man. If the other skills were good, I would say that was cool, but dang it, yo. And of course the percent attack rating on a war cry helmet isn't, or a battle cry helmet. Socket that? I mean, it's not really, it's got 5 to light radius though. Yeah, Manal. Yeah, it's always, yeah, Manalds. Get a lot of Manalds for sure. For sure. It is 5 to battle cry, yeah, but it's just 5 to battle cry though. I feel like you can't really even use that over like in areas generally. Because isn't, let me look real quick. There's no way you could like 2 to barb skills with all the other stuff, even though it does have, I feel like there's no possible way. I always wanted to find, because like the other one I have is it's 2 to, I think it's 2 to war cries. The other one I had found in old Diablo 2, 2 to war cries, 3 to find item, 3 to battle orders, and then like 2 to battle command or something like that. So it's like kind of cool, you know, but you get the battle orders and the find item points. That one's, even finding one that good is like that's the crazy thing about rare stuff. Even finding one like, oh, it's got 3, like 2 to a war cries and then 3 and then 3, like even that's uncommon. And then one of the 3s being something you actually want, but the other stuff on it just ain't there. It ain't there, unfortunately. Fishy Bosh almost paid off for me. Don't even show it to Charcy. Ah. Need 5 bow. For what I'm looking for, it wouldn't have to have 5 bow personally, but I mean, I would definitely kind of want it, but I know a lot of times when people look for stuff, they're talking like what the trade value of online would be and like what, you know. Because really on single player, like when you have 5k life, getting like a couple extra levels to your battle orders doesn't really matter much. But of course the trade value is almost exclusively determined by PvP players, so that's why, you know. For an item like that anyways. Rah, rah, rah. Battle Lord of the Sub. Whoopsie. That's not the right button. Come on, Bish. This is the time. You Bish. You Bish. Good old Bishy Bosh. Alrighty, looking at the time here, I gotta go pick my daughter up just in a short time here. So I'm gonna have to bid y'all farewell, unfortunately. A couple little drops here today, but nothing too crazy. Let's see who we got on over here. What do we got? Let's see, these should be all English speaking people. There's me. Let's go with let's see, who do we got? Who do we got? Why can't I highlight? There we go. I'm gonna send a raid from the Twitch people over to this guy that I've never heard of, but I think he speaks English. Doing the cow minion event. I have it ticked to English only, so we'll send y'all over there. So I appreciate y'all joining me. We're slaying some stuff today. Maybe, I don't know if I'll be on stream tomorrow, but I'll definitely I'll get a video later today or tomorrow or something. So with that being said, peace out, fellas. Don't forget, keep slaying. Ooh.